that is Introduction to Business Intelligence. In today's session, we are going to learn about digital data and its types. What are the different kinds of digital data and its types we are going to learn. First type is structured type that we are going to learn. Semi-structured data, and next one is unstructured data. So these are the different types of digital data, and in today's session we are going to understand structured, semi-structured and unstructured data types, and in detail we are going to learn about unstructured data type. So digital data can be classified into three forms. Digital data can be classified into three forms. Keep in mind, and these forms are unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. These are the three forms of digital data, and as the name suggests, the structured data is well formed, semi-structured data is somewhat structured data, and this unstructured data is not in structured format. So basically, digital data is divided into three parts, three forms: structured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. Keep in mind. Usually, data is in the unstructured format. Basically, in business intelligence or in business, data is in unstructured format, which makes extracting information from it difficult. When your data is in unstructured form, to retrieve the information from this unstructured data will be difficult. According to Merrill Lynch, 80 to 90% of business data is either unstructured or semi-structured. Around near about 80 to 90% of the data, business data, is either unstructured format or it is in semi-structured format. Gartner also estimates that unstructured data constitutes 80% of the whole enterprise data. If you are working in any organization or in any company or any industry, 80% of the data is unstructured data. There is not proper structure of the data. So keep in mind, whenever you go in the industry, whatever you are having, 80 to 90% of the data is in the structured data. So this is the graphical representation of the digital formats. So as I already said, this is the 80% data. It is in the form of unstructured data. This semi-structured data is 10%, and the structured data is also having 10%. So keep in mind, whenever or data in industry, it is in the form of unstructured data. So basically, we are starting with the learning about, in detail learning about the structured data first. Then we are going to learn about, in detail about semi-structured data, and then we are going to learn about structured data. So data forms defined. First is unstructured data. This is the data which does not conform to a data model, or it is in the form which can be used easily by computer program. About 80 to 90% of the organization data, it is in this format. So what is unstructured data? This unstructured data which does not conform to any data model. This data cannot be fit in any particular data model. It does not conform to data model. Or in simple words, you cannot keep all this data in a single data model. Because data is unstructured, you cannot fit it into a particular data model. Or it is not in a form which can be used easily by computer programs. So keep in mind things. The unstructured data cannot be conformed to any data model, and it cannot be easily used by computer programs. For example, which are the different unstructured data? First one is memos. Whatever memos present in the company, it is a data. Keep in mind, whatever memos present in the company, it is a data, and this is the unstructured data. Next is chat rooms. Whatever data present in the chat rooms, whatever you are doing chatting, it is also a data. So in any organization, if that organization has rooms and you are doing the charts in that chat rooms, then that charts becomes the data, and it is considered as a unstructured data. It is considered as a unstructured data. Next is PowerPoint presentations. So in company, various employees use the PowerPoint to do their presentation. So this is also a data, and it is considered as a unstructured data. Try to understand this. Once you understand these basic things, you can easily understand this unit. Next is images. Whatever images present in the industry or in company, that images is a data, and that data is considered as a unstructured data. Next is videos. You will have videos in industry used for various purposes, and these videos are nothing but the data, and it is considered as unstructured data. Next is letters. Various letters are used by various departments to do the communication. These letters are nothing but data, and again it is considered as unstructured data. Next is researches. Whatever research is done or carried out, and related documentation, it could be any form among this. This is again a data, and it is considered as unstructured data. Next is white papers of the companies. It is again a data, and it is considered as unstructured data. Next is body of an email. Whatever email transactions are carried out by the companies with different departments or different customers, it is also again a data, and it is considered as unstructured data. So all these are the examples of unstructured data, and all these examples we have used in day-to-day life in the company or any organization. So this type of data is called, it is considered as unstructured data. This type of data is considered as unstructured data. Keep in mind. Again, diagrammatically, these are the unstructured data types. Text files and documents, already I have mentioned. Then server, website and application logs, whatever logs generated at the website or server side and application sites, that logs are also a data and it is considered as unstructured data. Then sensors are used in the company or in any project. Whatever data generated by these sensors are considered as unstructured. Then various images, video files, audio files, emails, and social media data. For example, a company may have a particular Facebook page, that social media and whatever data present on that page as social data for that particular company. And it is, that data is also important for the company, and this is the data of the company, and it is considered as unstructured data types. So I think from this slide you can understand what is unstructured, what is unstructured data. Next is semi-structured data. Next is semi-structured data. This is the data which does not conform to a data model but has some structure. This data does not conform to data model. Again, this is does not, it is not fit into any particular data model, but still it has some structure. That's why they use the word semi-structured. Some part is structured and some part is not structured. It is called as semi-structured data. By definition, it does not conform to data model but has some structure. However, it is not in a form which can be used easily by a computer program. Again, it is not in the form which can be easily used by a computer program or computer simply. For example, what are the forms of semi-structured data? First one is emails. Next one is XML. And next is markup languages like HTML, etc. So whatever data came are called as semi-structured data. Emails have structure, but it is semi-structured. XML again has some structure, but not a full form structure. Markup languages like HTML will have a structure, but not a full structure. There is semi-structure. So these are the examples of semi-structured data. Keep in mind. Metadata for this data is available, but it is not sufficient to do a particular task. Data about emails, XML, and HTML is available, but it is not used sufficiently. Next is structured data. This is the data which is in an organized form. Keep in mind, what is structured data? This is the data which is in an in an organized form. Keep in mind, this data is in organized form, in rows and columns, and can be easily used by computer programs. So till unit number 3, whatever we have learned, it is called as structured data. Till unit number 3, whatever we have learned, it comes under structured data, because data is present in the form of rows and columns, and it is easily used by computer programs. It is again easily used by the computer programs. And this data, it is in the well form, it is organized in well form. There is particular data model or a particular syntax or particular way to organize this data. That's why the data is present in the well form, and because of this, it is easily used by computer programs. This is called as structured data. So simply, whatever data present in SQL or whatever data present in database, various kinds of database are considered as structured data. A relationship exists between entities of data, such as classes and their objects. Relationship exists between entities of data, such as classes and their objects. Data stored in database is an example of structured data. This is the one of the example of structured data. Whatever data stored in databases is an example of structured data. So next, we are going to learn this with the help of these diagrams. I have taken these diagrams from the internet. So this is your data. Data is divided into 3 parts: structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So what is structured data? Data present in tabular form, or data in ERP backup storage for large volume of data. It is called as, all the data present in this, it is called as structured data. What is semi-structured data? XML files, call center logs with toll-free responses, websites are called as semi-structured data. Data, it is in the form of structure, but it is semi-structured. That's why they are come under semi-structured data type. Next is unstructured data. As we have seen, text, video, and images, Facebook, LinkedIn, logs, and web charts all are come under unstructured data. There is no standard way to keep this data in structured format. That's why it is called as unstructured data. So again, this is the comparison of structured data and structured data. The structured data can be displayed in rows and columns and relationship database. It can be displayed in rows and columns and relational databases. Whereas unstructured data cannot be displayed in rows, columns, and relational databases, because data is present in various forms. It could be email, it could be text file, it could be document, it could be image, it could be video. So you cannot keep all this data in rows and columns format. Next, numbers, dates, and strings. So whatever data present in the structured format belongs to numbers, dates, and strings. Whereas in unstructured data, it belongs to images, audio, video, word processing files, emails, and spreadsheets. So this is the form of unstructured data, and this is the forms of structured data. Next, around 20% of the enterprise data, it is in the form of structured data, whereas 80% of the data are in the form of unstructured data. Next, it requires less storage. To store this unstructured data, it requires less storage, whereas this unstructured data requires more storage. This unstructured data requires more storage. Next, unstructured data easier to manage and protect with legacy solutions, because it is in the form of well-formed, in the form of column and rows. It can be easily managed and protected with legacy solution, whereas to do it with unstructured data, more difficult to manage and protect with legacy solutions, because data is not in structured format. There are some difficulties to deal with legacy solutions. So this is the difference between structured data and unstructured data, and you need to understand this type of data types to understand this unit in better way. So that's why I have included these 3 points along with some images, so that you will remember what are the different types of data, and what is that data consist, and why it is called as particular unstructured, structured, and semi-structured data. So again, diagrammatically, this is the structured data. As you can see, data in the form of rows and columns and represented by a single color. What you find in DB, typically this kind of structure. Diagrammatically, data is in structured format, whereas in unstructured data is not in particular format. This is the random formats of the data. So by looking at this diagram, you can understand this is the structured data and this is the unstructured data. What you find in the wild is text, images, audio, video, and so on, as we have seen earlier. Again, diagrammatically representation of structured data. This is the structured data. By looking at this, you can get the idea. All colors are same and it looks in well formed. That's why it is called as structured data. Whereas the semi-structured data, some parts is in structured format and some parts are not in structured format. That's why it is called as semi-structured data. Whereas unstructured data, there is no particular structure for this. Random data types are available and you cannot fit it into a particular structure format. So it is called as unstructured data. So before we start unstructured data, okay, so we are starting with the unstructured data. So unstructured data is the one which cannot be stored in the form of rows and as in the database and does not conform to any data model. That is, it is difficult to determine the meaning of the data. It is difficult to determine the meaning of the data. It does not follow any rules or semantic. This unstructured data doesn't follow any rules or semantics. It can be of any type and is hence unpredictable. The structured data can be of any type, hence it is unpredictable. So what is structured data? So now we are going to consider what are unstructured data. So unstructured data, keep in mind, it does not conform to any data model. Keep in mind, again I am repeating, this does not conform to any data model. This data in a particular data model. Next is, it cannot be stored in form of rows and columns as in database. It cannot be stored in form of rows and columns as in a database. Keep in mind, till now you have understood how to keep the data in database in the form of rows and columns, but this unstructured data you cannot store in the form of rows and columns. So not in any particular format or sequence. This unstructured data is not in any particular format or sequence. Not easily usable by a program. It is not easily used by a computer program because data is not in particular format or sequence. That's why computer will face difficulty to use this data. It does not follow any rule or semantics. It does not follow any rule and or semantics, and has no easily identifiable structure. This unstructured data will not have identifiable structure. So all these features are present with respect to unstructured data. And if all are present in that particular data, that data is considered as unstructured data. This data is considered as unstructured data. So where does unstructured data come from? So unstructured data come from web pages. This unstructured data came from web pages. Whatever websites, that data come from these websites. Suppose you are having a company's website, whatever data present on that website, it becomes data of organization and it is considered as in the form of unstructured data. Next is various memos. Various memos present in the company, it is considered as unstructured data. Next is video, MPG files. Lots of video files are considered data came into unstructured data. Next is body of an email. Whatever email transactions are carried out in the company, that emails are nothing but the data, and it is came under unstructured data. And this is one of the source from where unstructured data come. Next is PowerPoint presentation. Again, whatever employees, managers, middle managers are used for presenting the data, that becomes this is the one of the source from where unstructured data come. Images, JPG, GIF, etc., and so on, all the types of images created by the company, these are the sources from where unstructured data come. Whereas company, it is again the source of unstructured data, Word documents, charts, surveys. So all these are the ways from where your unstructured data come. Various surveys are by the company, and these surveys will consider the data, and it is considered in as the source of unstructured data. Various chat rooms where data is generated, and that data is the source of unstructured data. So these are the different sources from where unstructured data come into in any organization or in any company. Papers are also there. So how to manage unstructured data? How to manage unstructured data? A few generic tasks to be performed to enable storage and search of unstructured data. So first is indexing. Let us go back to our understanding of relational database management system, RDBMS. In this system, data is indexed to enable faster search and retrieval. Keep in mind, this indexing is used for faster search and retrieval. On the basis of the some value, index is defined, which is nothing but an identifier and represents the large record in the data set. Absence of index, the whole data set document will be scanned for retrieving the desired information. If you are not having indexing, then whole document will be scanned to retrieve the desired information. In the case of unstructured data too, indexing helps in searching and retrieval. So in case of unstructured data, you can do the indexing for searching and retrieval. Based on the text or some other attributes, just a minute. Based on text or some other attribute, for example, file name, the structured data is indexed. A particular attribute is considered for indexing. For example, in case of text or some other attributes, file name is considered as indexing attribute. And from this, you can index unstructured data. Indexing in unstructured data is difficult because neither does this data have any predefined attributes, nor does it follow any pattern or naming conventions. Text can be indexed based on the text string, but in case of non-text based files, for example, audio or video, indexing depends on the file names. So there are various ways we can do the indexing based on the kind of data, and which will help you to search and retrieve the information in faster way in unstructured data. So to manage the unstructured data, one of the technique is indexing. So next is tags and metadata. Using metadata, data in a document can be tagged. So what is metadata? Keep in mind, metadata is nothing but data about the data. It is called as metadata. Whereas various tags are used to mark a particular data, that is called as tags. This enables search and retrieval. Again, with the help of tags and metadata, you can do the search and retrieval. But in unstructured data, this is difficult as little or no metadata is available. Structure of data has to be determined, which is very difficult as the data itself has no particular format and is coming from more than one source. Next is classification and taxonomy. Taxonomy is classifying data on the basis of relationship that exists between data. Data can be arranged in groups and placed in hierarchies based on the taxonomy prevalent in an organization. However, classifying unstructured data is difficult as identifying relationship between data and is not an easy task. In the absence of any structure or metadata or schema, identifying accurate relationship and classifying is not easy. Keep in mind, in the absence of any structured or schema, identifying accurate relationship and classifying is not an easy task. Since the data is unstructured, naming conventions or standards are not consistent across an organization, thus making it difficult to classify data. Cache, nothing but the content addressable storage. It stores data based on their metadata. It assigns two unique names to every object stored in it. The object is retrieved based on its content and not its location. It is used extensively to store emails and so on. So keep in mind, this content addressable storage store the data based on their metadata.